marchinhas, you know. I don't know how to say that in English, but marchinhas. And nowadays we don't see it anymore. And I remember that was like a tradition for me. Every year I was there to play my carnival with my marchinhas, but I like it so much. And nowadays, just on the street, funk, I don't know, forró, all kind of music mixed. So I think it's different that my time can be I don't know what question ask, I believe that we lost this other side of carnival.
It's a perfect example, Andrea. Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
What about you, Camila? Please introduce yourself. And have you ever experienced moments where you felt a cultural tradition was being lost or replaced?
So hello guys, my name is Camila. I am 40. I live in São Paulo, in the capital, and I've been here to have a great conversation with you guys. And about these questions, I think I have the same experience as Andrea. I used to go for a club there. We can, I don't know, have fun. Was a close place. The party was indoor. I guess nowadays it's totally different. And it was funny. We have some things to throw in the order, but it was not so offensive. It was like a joke. And everyone there was laughing. So I think I don't have the same idea as Carnival here in Brazil as I had years ago. I went to some bloquinhos, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. And my experience was like, oh my gosh, what is happening here? I was with a friend and we said, oh, we need to drink something because this is like a crazy party. We cannot be here without the drink, without alcohol. So I guess we need to be in the same mood to get until the end of the party because it's almost like a unbelievable situation there. Was in the Avenida Augusta here in São Paulo. And it was great for me, but I said to her in the end of the party, we cannot do this again. This is not for us. We don't belong to this place. So I tried because I guess it's important to try it. But nowadays I don't like it. I live here near to I don't know, samba school. I don't know if I can say that. A escola de samba do Tatuapé is near to my house, and I never had the opportunity to be there to I don't know to watch some essays, I guess. So I guess this it's already changing about the traditional culture. Andrea said about the carnival, but I know that soccer again it's something different because if you watching on TV, open TV, maybe on Globo, you can see gaming on weekends. And I guess nowadays you need to put, I don't know, another streaming to try to find a game. So I guess this is totally different. And I feel afraid about the elderlies because if I feel confusing sometimes to find the information or a channel, a specific channel. I imagine the others. For example, my mom sometimes asks me some help. So I guess, sorry, I said a lot, but I remember these two examples.
Perfect. Yeah, you said about the soccer, and I was thinking about the I have no idea how to say Copa do Mundo. That when I was a child, it was pretty common everyone watching the games together and celebrating in the streets and decorating the streets as well. So there are many movements because of this, and today I don't think it happens anymore. At least where I live, it doesn't happen anymore. What about you, Layla? Please introduce yourself.
Okay, good evening, guys. I'm Ayla. I'm from Belém, and I so appreciate this video, Leo. So interesting video. And I think the subject is about the maybe losing transition. Yeah, and I think it's so interesting. And about the carnival, about these traditions, uh, I I remember when I was a kid, when I was teenager, here in Belém, it was more famous, the carnival of street. And it was interesting because it was funny. I remember men who were female clothes. And it was so funny. I like it a lot. I confess I don't usually go to Carnival, but I like it because it's about our identity, our culture, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the people when people are so joyful and they are so um, they enjoy a lot this party, and I think interesting. But I prefer Carnival to rest, to rest, to maybe to watch my favorite videos and movies and series, just to stay or just to travel when I can. I like to travel during the carnival. But when I have opportunity, when I was a kid, I remember this. I like it to because I consider carnival of streets um so peculiar. I don't know if this word in English. So peculiar. It's I think when I feel so happy and so funny because people in general people get drunk or they like to play wear costume, fantasia, and
Yes.
I think interesting. Maybe nowadays I I don't see it anymore. At least uh, no often, and I consider it a losing of tradition, unfortunately, because I think it was so interesting moment, and yeah, that's my. I think a little introduce a little opinion. It's a little carnival. Sorry.
This is the moment that's happening here. We are in carnival mood talking about tradition. It's perfect. What about you, Hugo? Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I am Hugo. I from Campinas, São Paulo, but I live in Hortolândia, São Paulo. I live with my parents, and I am I work with technology, and I am a front-end developer. Uh, in my free time, I like to spend uh, I like to spend my time uh, with soccer. I like to play soccer. I like to study a lot of topics during the day, and on weekends, I like to stay with my girlfriend and my family. Um, and to drink a beer. I like it so much. Uh, that's it. And about this question, to be honest, I don't remember on the moment that I, I, I feel my my cultural tradition. I don't remember, to be honest.
No
That's
problem.
it.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a cultural traditional. Maybe it's uh, maybe some traditional from your family, your neighbors, as I said before about the World Cup. I think no, Cup it's Polish. I don't know. Irish. Okay. About Copa do Mundo. As I said, it was really traditional. Everyone at the streets and paint the streets and celebrate together. So this is not something really a traditional culture. It was something from where I grew up. About me, my name is Leo, and I'm 30 years old. I was born in Belém, as Laila, and now I'm living in Montreal. I work as data analyst, and I bring this topic, I think, because I was born in Belém, and Belém, it's a place so cultural. We have our own songs, we have our own food, we have our so many traditions that when I saw that video, Jesus Christ, I was so afraid of losing this. So I bring this topic because of this. So let's continue. And Andrea, uh, what are some examples of cultural elements in Brazil that have changed with the foreign influence? It can be influence from another countries, another regions. So, but
Yeah, I think about the fast food, you know, McDonald's, Burger King. We are eating this kind of things a lot. Maybe can be it's not our culture, I believe, right? And other thing that I was thinking about, I don't know, maybe some things that we start celebrate like Halloween. Halloween. There is another one that it's from Ireland. Uh, Saint Patrick, I think.
St. Patrick's
St.
Day, right?
Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
right? Thank you, Camila. And oh my gosh, I just forgot what I was thinking about, guys. There is another thing that comes to my mind, but I don't remember now. But talking about this, about food, I think we are consuming a lot of fast food nowadays, and because I don't know, McDonald's or this kind of things, uh, these celebrations that we used to we use it not have here. I don't know. Valentine Days, it's a different day for us. I think here in Brazil is June, right? I don't know, and I don't know where is in USA, but Halloween we don't have that. Lembrei, guys. Oh, sorry. I remember. How can I say the Black Friday, guys? It's not our
wow.
tradition, right? We just, I don't know, catch it and trying to do the same, but I think it's not the same. Maybe here in Brazil can be more fake than the others countries, I believe. That's it. Some examples that I remember now.
Amazing, Rhea. Thanks for sharing. What about you, Ayla? Do you have some examples that cultural elements changed in Brazil?
Yeah, I think Andrea said all of the things I I agree. I think uh, especially about the food. Uh, it's so I don't know. I don't like, but it's so common nowadays. People enjoy and like to consume junk food, especially from McDonald's and eat a lot sandwich, and it's so common nowadays, and I think it's so different than when I was younger and or drinking too much uh, Coke, uh, soda, and here in Belém, for example, we appreciate açaí, and it's the best drink. Açaí and Guaraná were so delicious, but I notice that people don't appreciate it so much anymore, and I think it's sad. I consider it sad. And some traditions here in Belém, I don't know, but nowadays, I think Leo knows there is a movement called, especially in June, there is a movement called Pavulagem. You know, yeah.
It's amazing.
And it's amazing, amazing. And I think it's a way to maintain our tradition alive. And you can celebrate, and it's incredible to drink, to dance, to sing, and just to celebrate. And I think it's hard. I think maybe after nowadays, after the social media, internet, I think technology, I don't know, but people maybe, I notice people uh, are replaced the culture, the traditional culture to other movement. And yeah, it's sad. I consider sad and but I think especially in Northeast, I think they are more traditions about the, for example, festa junina and the last year I went to São Luís, and there is a huge party. They are so traditions about the uh, Bumba Meu Boi, and it's a colorful and party. It's so incredible, guys. There is I don't know how can I say quadrilhas, and so typical food like uh, so delicious food like I don't know how mingau de milho, doces, cocadas, some like that, and it's so traditions. Uh, they like it, they enjoy it, it's I remember I talked uh, uh, to a person from there, and she said me, and she got a little upset when someone say, "Oh, it's It's just a party, a popular party. No, just it's not just a popular party. It's our party. It's our origins, our traditions, and it's important for us. And I appreciated that. Yeah, and she's right, and I consider a good example.
Perfect, Island. Yes, there are many traditional celebrations that it's um that sometimes people don't realize how important they are. What about you, Hugo? Do you have some examples?
It's about the num- it's about the number three.
Yes.
Okay. I think I agree with Andrea said that Andrea said because um, have a lot of elements that the people to make here in Brazil. Um, some examples have like uh, Halloween is not from here. Valentine's Day is not from here. Here in Brazil has the Dia dos Namorados, not Valentine's Day. And some foods, I don't remember the names now, uh, but she have. That's it about me.
Great. Yeah, I think the worst one I think is the junk food because to me it doesn't make sense in Brazil. The food in Brazil it's so good, and the price of junk food in Brazil is the same of traditional food in Brazil. So and it doesn't fast. It it takes time to to be already. It doesn't make sense to me. What about you, Camila?
Guys, I guess, in my opinion, even Christmas here doesn't make sense, right? Because the Santa Claus is wearing winter clothes during December here in Brazil. And we can see in the shopping mall a lot of snow, fake snow there. It's like it doesn't make sense here in Brazil, in my opinion. And I think this make us forget about the main reason from some specific data here in Brazil. I think this is so funny when I go to the shopping mall during December. It's a crowd of people there, really hot, and the Santa Clara is wearing, I don't know, uh, long sleeves. And this for me doesn't make sense, I think. And another thing that I would like to share, I think, is about globalization, guys. We are here living Brazil. We have a lot of different culture here. We have Italian because the food. We have Japanese, I guess, in Liberdade. So I think we are sometimes celebrating the Happy New Year from Japanese. And I don't know. I think it's in April here in Brazil. So I guess we are not affected, but we became so mixed in these things about cultural, and we are sometimes we don't know how it's our properly cultural because we are so, I don't know. It's hard to know about our tradition. I'm talking about Brazilians in a specific because we have a lot of. So I think, in my opinion, I guess Santa Clara doesn't make sense, and we celebrate a lot there another ones that we spend all year celebrate things, I guess.
Yes. My sister-in-law was here last month, and we take the bus to walk for the streets, and she saw that, that traditional home that we grew up at the movies that is basically with the um Jesus tattoo. I have no idea how to say like this. So this is not a traditional in Brazil. We have other kinds of home. So she said, "Wow, it's the first time that I saw this home." And we grow up watching the movies, the um watch many things that have this kind of house, this kind of celebration like Christmas, and it was really interesting. And guys, we are here talking
Oh,
about
just
traditional.
can I
Oh,
add something? I remember about folklore, guys. I guess this is really specific from Brazil. They in other country they have this, but I guess this is a specific. I think it's different, right?
yes, and it's the roof of the home. Okay. And about the football, it's FIFA World Cup. Yes, I'm all right. It's World Cup. So it doesn't make sense to me, but that's okay. And guys, um, do you think that it's easy to maintain a traditional culture, Camila?
I think nowadays not. It's like impossible to really. I think Ayla said something about a specific place. I don't know where it is for sure. About there is a name. Festa, sorry, Bumba Meu Boi, and these other things. They there, I think they really appreciate the cultural in a traditional way. That here, I am Brazilian, but I don't know about this party that happens here in Brazil. So I think this is a kind of different way to celebrate. Even here in Brazil, I don't know this. And I don't know about, for example, Belém parties that it's a traditional. So I guess we have different inside of Brazil. Oh, and I remember another one, Oktoberfest. Doesn't make sense here in Brazil. I think it's a Belgian party. I don't remember. So I guess we are celebrating these things. And I remember, guys, another things. Maybe it's about when, oh my gosh, I don't know how to say that in English when some people come from the other country to German, great. When some people come from other countries to here in Brazil, like I forgot the name, like Portugal, they come and discovered everything. So I guess because of this, we are so mixed about everything. We have the Oktoberfest about the German, about Italian, Portugal, and Liberdade here. So I think because of this, we are so but I guess it's not so easy to see these traditional parties. Not here in São Paulo, I don't think so.
Yes, and São Paulo, and there are many cities in the south that they grow um because the people came from other countries.
Yeah.
So because of this, they celebrate their tradition. So I think it's okay. I think there's no problem of celebrate or of traditional. To me,
I remember. Oh, sorry, Leo, to interrupt you, but I heard that in Liberdade, it's a neighbor here in São Paulo, guys. They are trying to destroy everything about the Japanese culture because they discovered that behind this was a Indian cemetery, and then they would like to maintain this. It was a kind of fight because we are destroying some cultural that happens here, and then was I don't remember for sure what's it's happening, but I the last time that I read something they are taking that lamps, the big lamps from in Liberdade, just to maintain the cemetery behind this. Can you imagine? This is crazy, right? It's a polemic idea, I guess.
Mhm. Yes, this is crazy. What about you, Andrea? Do you think it's easy to maintain a tradition?
No, I don't think it's easy, Leo, because as Camila was saying, we have a lot of immigrants and we are absorbing this kind of cultures from them, Italian, Japanese, German, and I believe that we are forgetting about our culture because Camila said before about the folklore. What is folklore nowadays? Where you can find that? I remember when I was a kid, I studied about folklore, but I don't know. I cannot. I don't see more people talking about it. Even at least here when I live. I don't know how is it in your city, guys, but I believe that we are absorbing a lot of cultures and forgetting about our culture and about for example, I was thinking about Christmas. I remember that in the past used to be a familiar uh, party, even nowadays, but I think we are changing a little because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I have the feeling that, oh, sometimes it's better to, I don't know, to not to reunion the family all together only in Christmas. Maybe you can do it in your house with your mom or with your husband. It's not necessary to reunion all the family. And in my family, it's like that. Every Christmas we reunion everybody together to commemorate to celebrate that. And I think people are changing a little this I don't know, this idea that it's necessary to do it every day, every year. Sometimes you can go travel with your friend in Christmas. It's not a problem. And I am uh, listening a lot of people talking about it, new plans for the Christmas. So can be an example that everything is changing about culture. Yeah.
Yes, and it's it changes every time.
Yeah.
The culture, the language, so everything changes. What about you, Anna? Do you think it's easy to maintain a culture, a tradition, or a culture?
Oh, it's no easy. And I think Camila said a good point. After the globalization, I think people in general tend to adopt similar fashion styles, music, habits, food, I think this make local tradition less visible, especially for younger. And I think nowadays people prefer a globalized, I don't know, content and traditions. And yeah, it's a reality. I notice it.
Yes, and of course there is the Instagram that everything is Instagramável. So
Mhm.
they kind of sell to us big fest, uh, really good celebration. And I have to say to you, for example, I I live here in Montreal, and the the Christmas Eve, the Christmas party, the home was it wasn't totally shiny. It wasn't uh the most part of the city was celebrating a pretty common day. So it wasn't like the movies, like the Instagram. And I went to New York to celebrate the New Year Eve, and it was awful. It was terrible, guys. So this is not. Don't believe in what they sell to us. Uh,
Wow, and it's so famous, in my opinion, I think it was so famous. Spend time New Year's Eve in New York, and it's like that, Leo. Oh my gosh.
Jesus, Andrea, we need to have a meeting just to explain to you. It was
Okay.
terrible, terrible. One of the worst experiences of my life. And what about you? Do you think it's easy to maintain a tradition? Your mic is off.
Então, I think is not easy because I agree with Camila and Andrea. Um, we are so much globalization. We have a lot of cultures here in Brazil. Some examples. The pizza is from Italia. A long patch. We have one
Aqui
moment
está o
aqui.
lembrete de
Só um momento. One moment. We have
Alexa, shut up.
a lot. We have a lot of foreign cultures since a long past, and that's it. I think I don't have more vocabulary to explain. That's it.
Yeah, I love the example of Camila in the chat.
I was in a party this year listening to Mariah Carey during the night and celebrate Christmas. It was like, oh my gosh, where is
Yeah.
Simone right now? Então é Natal. Where is Simone?
Yes, and there are some places that the traditional is really important, even for an economic established. Like for example, Belém, we have the city that is one of the most famous and biggest religious parties in Brazil and in the world. So there are many people who goes to Belém just to watch the city. And in Amazonas, we have the Parintins that is also really important for that region. And of course, in Rio, we have the Carnival that is one of the most important and biggest parts of Brazil. So yeah, they are really important. Um, guys, we're almost finished our conversation, but before we finish, um, Ayla, are there traditions in Brazil that you feel are at risk of disappearing?
Yeah, I think so. I think so because all of this what we discussed, I think some regional dance, for example, disappear and uh, some customs, I don't know.
Habits?
Habits, yeah, it's better. Uh, I think because after the globalization, the urbanization, I think traditional Brazilian music styles are being replaced uh, international music. Uh, Camila just said about this example. And yeah, I think some uh, food, food, and it sometimes, uh, sometimes I I I notice, oh my gosh, I'm getting older. It's too, because when I talk to someone younger than me, and I remember, oh, you tried this kind of food. No, never. I don't know what it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, never, no, never. I don't know. It's like a fish, because in Belém we have some tradition to eat fish with açaí, and there is some kind of fish so natural from here, the north region, and but they don't like it, or they ever try it, and they prefer to eat a hamburger, a sandwich from McDonald's, or uh, just a milkshake, and they don't like anymore, unfortunately. And yeah, I think, oh my gosh, uh, it's changing. It's changing.
Yes. And what about you, Andrea?
Yes, I think so. As I said, I was thinking about the folklore, you know. I don't know, even Festa Junina. I don't see more parties here in Guarujá when I live about Festa Junina. And it was so good because there are a lot of foods, really good foods, you know. I like to go for this place just to eat. So yeah, unfortunately, I believe that there are a lot of traditions in a risk to disappear, of disappear.
Yes. Um, it's the tuna party. The tuna
Oh,
party.
thank you.
Camila, do you
Oh, go ahead.
do
Sorry.
you do you think that are there traditional in Brazil that you feel are the risk of disappearing? It's the question number 8.
I guess folklore, in my opinion. I think I don't know if the kids in school learn more about this. And in my time, I am 40, so yeah, I learn about Sítio do Pica-Pau Amarelo. We have these things about our culture. And I don't think the kids know about it nowadays. I remember that the books from, who is the guy, the writer from Sítio do Pica-Pau Amarelo? I forgot his name. I think you know, guys, what I want to say. He was blaming about racist nowadays. Hers, theirs, daughters and sons was fighting to not change the books. So I guess we are, I don't know, became so obsessed with these things about racist and whatever, and we are trying to change our past. We have this in that period was okay. Oh, yes, thank you, Monteiro Lobato. The kids from their sons was son or daughter, I don't remember. They are fighting to not change the books because they are saying that this was something related to racism. I don't know which part of the book. And I think we are losing this. Sítio do Pica-Pau Amarelo and folklore, I guess, in my opinion.
Okay. Hugo, it's up to you.
I think so. I have some examples about. I agree with Andrea, Camila, because the folklore is almost disappearance in the in my when I was more younger, I in the school I had contact with folklore and the other things. And today don't 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 has more contact with these these cultures and that's it. I think folklore is the most example that I bring. I
Mhm. Great. Yeah. Today we have o Dia do Cabelo Maluco. Can you see that the things changing? Guys, before we finish this conversation, please answer the survey that I sent it on the chat, okay? And that I have to say that I'm really proud of you all because when I made this stop, this conversation, I was Jesus Christ. This topic will be really, really hard to talk about. I don't know how people will feel about it. And it's worked really well. So congrats to everyone.
But it's amazing, Leo. Even the video, right? I love it, the video. Congrats.
Okay, guys. So have a great weekend. Have a great week. Enjoy the carnival. Go to the parties. So stay in your home sleeping. It's perfect to everyone. So celebrate you in your own way. Okay. So that's it. Okay. Have a great weekend and see you all.